Greg is already juicing his pants thinking of reviewing your form. I know, boys, I know.
It would be bad enough if this was actually him in the gym training, doing his best, but he's literally just going to the gym in order to get a reaction. I mean, he's spending more time combing his hair in the gym than he is, in fact, in lifting weights. Coach Greg, in today's video, Claviculum, he goes to the gym. We're going to see, does he actually know what he's doing? Does he talk the talk and walk the walk? He's willing to smash his bones, to enlarge his Johnson with some kind of a vacuum. He's taken Retta, creatine, and God knows what else, doing math, etc. But is he willing to train hard in order to improve his physique?
Do you guys have more candy anywhere? Candy over there? Actually, I think I want a honey bun instead.
Prior to going to the gym, essentially, he wants a lot of sugar. He selects a Monster, not the no sugar bullshit. He wants all of the carbs. On top of that, a couple of cream pies. You know how he likes his cream pies, as well as much sugar, candies, junk food, and so on. That's how he gets ready to go to the gym. Doesn't care about protein, doesn't care about anything, so getting a lot of sugar and some caffeine.
This is how you get gains. Carbs are more important than, doing an 8-hour arm workout or any of these random cope supplements that you take.
And so he says, this, compared to any random cope supplements you're taking, for example, Turk Platinum or perhaps Turk Builder Max, GO2 Max, or even creatine, those supplements, they're garbage, useless. It's a scam. He's later going to say this in the video. And so the secret is just to consume a bunch of junk food before going to the gym.
I've actually been pretty good about my substances. I haven't done
Kirk!
2 days, boys. Can you believe that shit?
And so, hey, guys, it's Clavicular's on his way up. He's ascending. He hasn't sniffed any creatine for 2 whole days, And so he's transitioned to doing vitamin K. Period.
Tell me why after you
Kirk!
slap when there's a woman living in my house.
And so he's got a woman living in his house. Unfortunately, she doesn't cook any meals. He hasn't had any rice, potatoes, chicken, hasn't had any of that. And so what is the point of having a woman living at your house if she can't even cook you a meal?
I've been having a woman live in my house for 2 weeks. Not one goddamn sweet potato, not one cup of rice being made the entire time.
Clavicular, he gives advice on what to do to looks max. I'm going to give you advice on how to talk to a woman. If you want your meals prepped for you, you can ask, hey, you're living with me. Would you mind cooking some chicken breast, perhaps some sweet potato? I would like you to help out. It's as simple as that. And if she says no, there's the door. It really is that simple.
I'm stuck eating this disgusting sludge while this bitch is living in my house.
You literally buy this book, and if you don't want to get the book, you can get the PDF, and you say, here, woman, cook me something.
You pick up your palette knife and then work that into meat. Give your meat a good old rub.
And listen, Clav, I kept it really simple, so even the women that you can pull, girls with IQs of 79, even they could cook you a healthy meal.
I have no idea how many carbs this is total, but it's around 150, so not even enough. And the Monster will get to like 180.
And so for those of you listening to learn how to build muscle, you can't just eat 180 grams of sugar before going to the gym working out and not eating your protein and expecting to properly put on muscle.
Okay, this is pretty good.
And so, Clav, the Blue Lobster is where it's at. You don't have to go and get your Monster Energy drink. You can have your pre-workout made at home. You say to your female friend, I'd like you to mix me up some Blue Lobster Pre, perhaps start with 2 scoops. And while she's doing that, she can heat up whatever recipe you want from my cookbook.
It feels weird walking into the gym with a camera, especially when my physique is this bad.
If you're trying to looks max, why are you not trying to looks max? Why not start with the low-hanging fruit, working on your body, going to the gym, doing the bare minimum? But no, he hasn't trained in a month and he's lost 15 pounds of muscle in the process. Perhaps he hasn't been injecting as often, but even if he has, you still need to go to the gym in order to make your gains.
We'll do this.
And so set number 1, he warms up 4 reps. Doesn't care about form, not going through a full range of motion. And so why doesn't Clavicular just simply learn how to work out and mug us that way? Why go through all the bullshit, taking steroids, doing the injections, taking Retta, doing recreational drugs, when you can't even go to the gym and work out? Does it not make more sense to train effectively, to learn proper range of motion, execution, and build your physique that way? And years later, if you then need it, you could then perhaps use clomiphene, testosterone, and so on. And remember, if you're interested in these products as well as other peptides and so on, AlgoRx, click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off. Doctors will prescribe it. It's not some random SARM's website. This is pharmaceutical grade products that are prescribed to you by a doctor, 100% legal.
Greg is already juicing his pants thinking of reviewing your form. I know, boys, I know.
And so listen, he knows. People are writing in saying, Greg Doucette is going to do a video on this. He says, I know. You've ruined yourself. I know. It's because of the drugs. I know. Well, if you know all of this and you don't do something about it, perhaps you're getting restarted. If you're so smart, I thought you were neurodivergent. Looking into this and discovered that Mepstogram is neurodivergent, and I'm 100% normal. Y'all thought I was on the spectrum. I am a spectrum.
A little bit too high here on the legs. Let's fix this before Coach Greg absolutely brutalizes me.
I mean, can't he even adjust the equipment at all? Does he not care about anything? Why is bro's limb so long? Has he already gone through limb lengthening surgery? Why are his extremities so long and so narrow? He's long and skinny. He's built like a pencil or a javelin. For a guy who's looks maxing when looks is important, why is bro wearing a polo and a Burberry belt to the gym? Is bro going to do some polo after this? Jumping up onto his horse, ride a cowboy and so on?
I know this is not good physique. We are not working out. I'm a little high right now, too.
I mean, he can't train effectively. He's a little high right now. He's done too much vitamin K. I mean, can we not just get blue lobstered like normal people and go to the gym?
Do you even lift, bro? No, I do not lift.
That is the problem. He's willing to take steroids, but he's not willing to go to the gym. Bro is on fast forward for getting shortcuts in life. But when it comes to putting on muscle, there are no shortcuts. You have to go to the gym. You have to be consistent. And if you don't, this is the result.
You're not going to get out of value out of these supplements like turkesterone, egdisterone. Like anything that Greg Doucette sells is essentially a scam.
Anything that Coach Greg sells is a scam. I mean, all of it. All the products that I'm selling, the cookbooks, the creatine, the blue lobster, actual Ajuga turkistanica from Uzbekistan, of which we've proven with third-party testing and so on that we have it and that it's legit. Other companies, I'll mention their names, Derek for More Plates, More Dates, Gorilla Mine, they don't even sell it anymore. Did you notice they don't sell Turkplex? Why do you think that is? One of the most popular supplements in the world, they're not selling. Why do you think that is? They don't have it. They can't get it. I literally have an oligopoly on this. I don't believe there's any other company selling legit Ajuga turkistanica in North America. Code Greg, 15% off. Go and get it on my website.
What percentage it is, but yeah, you have to inject L-carnitine. And even at that point, it's really like not going to do much for you.
As far as injecting L-carnitine, the risk is not worth the reward. The benefits are not that great. But in comparison, injecting L-carnitine every single day, you stand to have some damage. Think of it, you're poking yourself. Essentially, you're injuring your body. When you poke a hole in your body, there's things that can go wrong. And so I simply don't think it's worth it. In comparison, there's so much lower hanging fruit. For example, of course, Ajuga turkistanica, creatine, GO2 max. And so if you're not using these other supplements, why on earth are you injecting L-carnitine?
All right, not as weak as I thought.
And so bro goes to the gym, does sets of 4, maybe 5 reps, doesn't go to failure, and only trains once a month. How can he expect to make some gains?
Boys, like I said before, I have not worked out. You guys see, I can't even breathe proper.
I mean, he admits it himself. I'm already out of breath. He's done 4 sets of 5 reps. How are you tired from doing 20 reps with breaks in between? And that's the totality of his workout.
What's wrong with your knees? I blew my right knee out in 2024 and I never could afford to fix it.
And so rather than fixing his knee, he thinks he needs to extend the length of his legs, of which are already out of proportion. He already looks as if he's walking on stilts. And so why would he make his legs any taller? But no, I need to be 6'6". 6'6" is mogging.
I promise, I'm gonna start lifting again and I'm gonna start being healthy. Okay, no more drugs. It was you guys that wanted me to do the drugs, okay?
What amount of copium is bro on? He says to all the people in the chat, you're coping. But yet he just said to us, the reason that I was using drugs, recreational drugs and so on, is because of you. You wanted me to do that. If I did all the things that people want me to do, well, I wouldn't be around right now. And so stop blaming other people on your actions.
All right, that's it for the workout, boys.
That's it for the workout? We went in and did a couple sets of 5 reps. For back, after not training for a month, why are we not doing a full body workout? Listen, Coach Greg, I'm 50. I don't got time to go to the gym every single day. I'm racing bikes. Today's race, 62 kilometers. Second place. And so Clavicular, if you want to learn how to train, you can get my free training program. Did you know I already gave over 110,000 free training programs in comparison to your $49 scheme of telling young children how to do steroids, peptides, and so on? I actually teach you for free how to work out and eat properly to make gains at the gym. You know, something positive in this world. And so if you would like one, click the link in the description and get yours today.
See those veins? Those veins are coming in. It's not bad. That's not bad at all for not working out. Come on now.
This is true, but what about for somebody who's been using steroids since the age of 14? Does his physique look good for a guy who's been blasting gear since the age of 14?
I'm just baiting a Greg Doucette reaction with everything that I do. To be honest, kind of just trolling.
It would be bad enough if this was actually him in the gym training, doing his best, but he's literally just going to the gym in order to get a reaction. He doesn't even want to train even one time per month.
Yeah, hair is more important than
Kirk!
physique. I'm looking at looks max. I'm not looking to physique max. How tall are you? 6'2".
Clark Fent is 6'2", and he doesn't even have the courage to tell us his weight. The fact he won't even tell us that you're under 170 pounds at 6'2", what does that say about you? Would an alpha be worried? Would they care about the opinions of sheep? And so he's demonstrating that bro is a beta. If he didn't care, he'd say, hey, I'm 167 pounds. I don't care. What else would you like to know about me?
I'm basically capped out with my cardio. That's why we need to start training again consistently so that the cardio gets better.
And he says he's capped out with his cardio, yet he's doing sets of 5. Last I checked, that is anaerobic. Say it with me. Without oxygen. You don't need amazing cardio in order to do things where you don't need oxygen. And so why not just practice your cardio? Why not start walking on an inclined treadmill? Perhaps you could use a stepper, an elliptiker, perhaps ride a bike. And why not start today? Why are we procrastinating? Why are we saying I'll do it next time? And so no warm-ups on legs, I don't give a shit, proceeds to do 3 reps to failure. You don't give a shit until you eventually get hurt. You're lucky that you're 19, but you said you've already torn a ligament in your knee. And so if you don't warm up, what do you think is going to happen next? A torn hamstring is not going to help you with looks maxing whatsoever.
Coach Greg is creaming. He can keep making videos about me, but he'll never do a live debate, obviously.
How is it obvious? I have never been asked. No one has approached me. No one sent me a DM and said, hey, let's have a debate. What exactly are we debating? The fact that he's a masturbator? That's the only action bro is actually getting. And again, a set of 3. Like, why is bro training for a world's strongest man competition? He's doing sets of 3, 4, 5 reps. What kind of training is this?
Way too heavy? It's not heavy.
They're not heavy. It's just the fact that he's so weak, he can't lift light weights. And so Clavicular, it's heavy for you. That's what they mean. If you can't get 5 to 10 reps on a set, it's too heavy, in particular on the first set when you're supposed to be warming up.
But yeah, this is where we're at right now. So, and my legs aren't that terrible. It's just my limbs are pretty long.
That's why he's tall. He has exceptionally long tibias. And so How is the length of your tibia a mark of a man? I mean, if you want to be tall, you could wear inserts, you could have taller shoes, you could literally walk on stilts, but how does that change anything? And why is it that every second fitness influencer has to show their physique when it's bad? Oh, I'm going to lock in 2 weeks from now. Give me 2 weeks. Give me a month. Wait till I go back on cycle. Eventually, I'm going to look good. Why can't you look good all the time? I'm 50 freaking years old. I just got back from partying harder than last time in Miami for a week. And look at the changes. There are none. I look the same every single day. Why is it that I can do all of these things at 50 and 19-year-olds cannot copy? I mean, is it possible that there's something that I'm doing that they are not? And so Clavicular, what he has going for him is that he's lean. That combined with using performance-enhancing drugs, and he doesn't look like a complete beanpole. He has no gluteus whatsoever, as evidenced by needing to wear a Burberry belt to keep his shorts up in the gym. Most men, they have an ass, and it prevents the shorts from falling off. He could literally put his pants up and down without unbuttoning them. What kind of a man looks and dresses like that?
I know everyone asks you the same exact goddamn question, but like, what can I do to ascend?
Arguably, like, body fat is like the most important metric out of anything.
The number one question asked by people meeting Claviculum is, what do I need to do to ascend? What would be best? And his simple answer, which I've stated to almost everyone for over 20 years, is get leaner, diet harder, diet longer, get leaner. Whether it's for bodybuilding, bikini, or for the average person in the world, almost everyone is overweight and or obese. And so if you lower your body fat, you're going to look better. How do you do that? You go for walks, you burn more calories, you exercise, you do cardio. Literally, cardio is the hack. Bike racing, I do believe, is the ultimate hack because you can go for a very long time without being overly sore and you burn an amazing amount of calories, more than you would imagine. And so start bike riding, start eating from my cookbook, and you'll notice how easy it is to lose weight. If you have horrendously bad genetics, of course, you can use peptides, GLPs, and so on. And if you need medication prescribed by a doctor, don't forget to go to Algo RX, code Greg, 10% off.
That's been my biggest detriment, is kind of finding the balance between like keeping your mass on the frame and staying lean.
All you had to do literally was to continue to go to the gym. And so why do you take a month off from the gym when you're trying to keep your muscle? To me, that doesn't make sense. And so if you're a smart guy, why aren't you continuing to do the things that you know are going to improve your physique? Don't forget HTLT supplements, code Greg, 15% off. And you're looking to be a brand ambassador or sponsored athlete, you can apply to HTLT supplements by clicking the link in the description. And if you are looking to carry your supplements in your stores and or gyms, of course, you can apply. Click the link in the description. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch any of those two bloops. And until next time, period.